There are also 3 alternates with the officials today. Norman Schachter of Alfred, Louis Palazzi of Penn State, and Bruce Alford of Texas Christian. This is a late arriving crowd, and the game scheduled to start a few moments ago will probably be slightly delayed in the start as the Packers continue to come onto the field, being introduced to the crowd here at Yankee Stadium. The starting offensive lineup has been introduced, and now the rest of the squad comes out to join them. And we should note that Paul Hornung was introduced. Now the Packers, backs and ends, are wearing flat coach's shoes. These are hard-top, ripple-soled shoes, and the Packer linemen are wearing cleats. When the Giants came out for their pregame warm-up, New York was wearing sneakers and also these ripple-soled shoes which we mentioned. They are not wearing cleats at all. Now the Giants are going to be introduced to the crowd here at Yankee Stadium. And coming on first, Ray Whittaker of Northwestern. Darrell Dess and Greg Larson will be at the guards. Del Schaffner and Joe Walton working outside of Brown and Stroud, the tackles. Schaffner will be the split end. Walton will be in the tight spot. The veteran Y.A. Tittle at quarterback with King and Webster at the running back positions and Gifford as the flanking back. And it is interesting to note that to the crowd here, the Giants' defensive team is being introduced. And it will be up to the defensive team of New York today under Coach Allie Sherman to stop this great Green Bay attack. The Giants over the years have turned out some really great defensive ball clubs, and they're getting a tremendous hand as they come out onto the field now. The Giants, in spite of the fact that their defense was introduced, will be receiving the kickoff, and they will defend the north goal. The Packers will be kicking off from the south end of Yankee Stadium. The sun keeps peeking in and out behind the clouds from the east end of this great stadium in New York. Right now, the referee, Emil Heinz, is out there at the center of the field. The Giants just below us, loosening up along the sidelines. Y.A. Tittle throwing the ball to Del Schaffner. Ralph Guglielmi is also out there throwing. There was some question whether or not Guglielmi would be ready to play if needed, but they expected he would be all right. Frank Gifford this week did work as a T quarterback. Now the captains are at the center of the field. Robustelli and Whittaker representing the New York Giants. And Jim Ringo is out there for Green Bay along with Bill Forrester. The indication that the Giants have won the toss and will be receiving. And the two teams go back for the final huddle now on either side of the field. And in a moment they will be breaking onto the field, and this National Football League championship game will be underway. There they go, the Giants. And Willie Wood is getting ready to do the kicking off for the Green Bay Packers, setting the ball up on the 40-yard line. Corner and Counts are going back into the deep spots for New York. At the moment, they are huddling in the vicinity of the 25-yard line, and now we see Counts and Horner going back toward the goalposts, and Joe Morrison is right up ahead of them at about the 15-yard line. Wood setting the ball up on the 40. Some of the Giants out there are wearing gloves, we notice. Darrell Dess, who is up front, has them on. And some of the Packers are also wearing gloves as the temperature is 20 degrees at Yankee Stadium. And now Willie Wood is ready. And the ball, with all of the tension that is present at Yankee Stadium, blows off the tee to grow. And now Willie Wood again gives the signal. And finally, we are underway at Yankee Stadium. A low line drive sort of kick that goes to Joe Morrison at the 15, up the middle of the 20, cutting outside to the 25 and dumped as he gets over the 30-yard line. Joe Morrison taking the kickoff at the 15-yard line and running it out above the 30, and making the tackle on the play was Elijah Pitts, and he got some help from Ron Kostelnick. The ball is spotted down at the 32 for New York, and it is first down, 10 yards to go for the Giants as Ray Wateka leads them out. Webster and King are set in behind Tittle, who makes his call. Gives it to King, coming over the left side, coming across the 35, fights onto the 37-yard line, and is taken down there as Jesse Whittington, the defensive halfback, is in there to make the tackle on the play. The ball is being spotted up there at the 38-yard line, so it's going to be third down, 4 yards to go for New York. Defensively for Green Bay, Quinlan and Davis at the ends, with Jordan and Hanner the tackles. Nitschke is the middle guard. Forrester and Curry the backers. Whittington, Wood, Dreminger, and Adderley are the deep backs. Third down, 4 at the 38. Tittle, draw play, giving to King. He's coming out to the 45, fights onto the 46-yard line. And again, it is the middle guard, Ray Nitschke, who is there to make the tackle along with Willie Wood. But it was Phil King that time, finding a big opening and digging in over the left side of his line in back of Des and Brown, and fighting out to the 46-yard line. First down for the New York Giants. In the opening minutes of the opening period at Yankee Stadium in New York, Frank Gifford going out wide to the right, and Schaffner split left about 8 yards off Brown as Tittle fakes and throws up the left side to Schaffner, and a down and out, and there's a flag down on the play. It was incomplete at the 42-yard line of the Packers. A down and out pattern to Del Schaffner, and Whittington was out there covering on him, and the penalty is against New York. The penalty will be against the Giants now. And back at the original line of scrimmage, the 46-yard line, the referee is going to mark it off, and it will be on Schaffner. Now he's ready. He gave it to Webster, finding a hole and driving straight on, churning up the middle and getting out across the 40 and onto the 42-yard line. Hank Dreminger, the left safety man, and Jesse Whittington, the right halfback, making the tackle on the play as he took it 11 yards to the 42-yard line. And it will be second down for the New York Giants as big Alex Webster found the opening right up the middle. Chandler has averaged almost 45 yards for every punt he's made in the last 6 years in the National Football League. One of the game's great punters, and he boots it high and far, going downfield, and it is bouncing on the 14-yard line, and it is fallen on by a Giant, but rolls on into the end zone as the Giant player did not get enough to constitute possession of the football. Mickey Walker had his hands on it at the 2, but it will come out to the 20-yard line, and Green Bay will go to the offense, first down and 10 at their own 20. A 58-yard kick going into the end zone, and for the first time this afternoon, the Green Bay Packers go to the offense. Jim Ringo at center, Thurston and Kramer the guards, Skoronski and Gregg the tackles, Kramer and McGee the ends, Bart Starr at quarterback, and Jim Taylor in behind him. It is a draw play to Paul Horning, and he drives to the 24-yard line, and up there to make the tackle was Bill Winter, the left linebacker. So Horning is in there in that starting lineup. Winter making the tackle as he came out to the 24. It'll be second down and 6 yards to go for Green Bay. Boyd Dollar is the flanking back. Taylor and Horning set in behind Bart Starr, whose average this year was about 62% throwing. Dollar coming out wide on the right side. McGee is split on the left about 7 yards off Skoronski. This is Jim Taylor driving out to the 25, over the 30 for the first down, fighting to the 33-yard line, and Dick Lynch, the right halfback of the Giants, made the tackle on the play as he fought 10 yards to the 34, and it is first and 10 for Green Bay. They're noted as a ball control team, and they're trying to grind it out on the ground in the early stages. Bart Starr looks over the Giant defensive team, takes and throws up the middle and hits. It is a completed pass, and it was grabbed by Ron Kramer, the tight end, coming from the left side over the middle and getting out to the 44-yard line where Jim Patton was there to make the tackle on the play. And it is enough for the first down up at the 44-yard line. First and 10 for the Packers. Kramer is set up on the left side this time. Jimmy Taylor coming around the right end and fighting across the 45, bouncing off a tackle at a midfield over to the Giant 45 and out of bounds as he gets inside the 45-yard line, and it was the middle guard, Sam Huff, who took him down. As they bring the ball in, they set it at the 42. So it's 1st and 10 at the New York 42-yard line. A 14-yard pickup for Jim Taylor, who last year in the championship game played with an injured back. Same formation with McGee going out a little wider this time on the left side and Dollar to the right. Draw play, Taylor driving over the left tackle position, fighting on, and Sam Huff is there to make the tackle on the play. The middle guard, Sam Huff of the New York Giants, keying on the draw play. And along with Jim Catcabbage, he took him down at the 42-yard line, the line of scrimmage, and it is 3rd and 10 for the Green Bay Packers. Dollar swinging out on the right side. Stars going back to throw, way back, but it's a screen to Taylor. Takes it at midfield, into the 45, onto the 40, into the 35, and out of bounds as Rich Barnes and Jim Patton managed to get to him. We'll see where they spot the ball when they bring it in. It is being spotted at the 29-yard line, and it is a first down. The Giants break out of their defensive huddle as the Packers come up to the line of scrimmage. Warning and Taylor setting in behind, and here's Starr fading back to throw the ball. He sends it out on a screen to the left side to Taylor. He's breaking inside the 20-yard line, and Jim Patton gets him and sends him out of bounds at the 19. So once again, they give it to Jim Taylor, who is unbridled fury out here this afternoon. Fred Thurston threw a big block in front of him, and he took it in to the 19-yard line. Jerry Kramer was playing with a rib fracture, and Ed Blaine has replaced him. Now let's see. I think they are going to measure Jerry Kramer. With Bart Starr holding, will be trying from the 26. Ringo over the ball. It's back. It's down. The kick is in the air, and it is good. The score, the Green Bay Packers 3 and the New York Giants nothing. And now Willie Wood is kicking off for Green Bay. Again, the ball coming down to about the 14-yard line, where it is grabbed down there by Counts, and he's coming up the left side, or rather Horner, and he gets it out pretty close to the 40-yard line as he came zigzagging up the left side of the field, and Ed Blaine was there to make the tackle on the play for the Packers. The ball is spotted at the 38-yard line, and it is 1st and 10 there for New York. When Jerry Kramer kicked the field goal, he apparently suffered a pinched nerve in his right shoulder, which has bothered him periodically over the year. 1st and 10 at the 38. Phil King coming around the left end, gets over the 40 and fights on to about the 42-yard line. And there he is taken down. Making the tackle was Jesse Whittington of the Packers on the play. He got some help from Willie Wood. The ball spotted on the 43-yard line. The gain is 5. It'll be 2nd down, 5 yards to go. Giants wearing the sneakers and the ripple-soled coach's shoes. 3rd and 2. Tittle faking twice and firing a pass for Schaffner. Hits him at the 42 of the Packers, inside the 35, and taken down at about the 33-yard line, and up there to make the tackle on the play was Willie Wood. A big play by Y.A. Tittle as he hit from his own 46 to the 33 line of Green Bay, hitting Del Schaffner coming from the left across to the right. 1st and 10 at the Green Bay 33. Tittle is back to throw for Schaffner, and he makes the catch and is taken down by Jesse Whittington as he gets into the 25-yard line. There's a gain of 8 on it, and it'll be 2nd down and 2 to go. So Y.A. is starting to wind up and throw that ball. 2 out of 4 for Tittle. As the old pro goes to work and tries to move his ball club, they're trailing by a score of 3-0. 5 minutes, 40 seconds left to play in the first quarter of this game. Again, Schaffner coming out on the left, and there is Gifford out wide to the right. 2nd and 2. Tittle back to throw. He hits King on the 30 on a screen, and he dives inside the 20-yard line and fights onto the 16. Jesse Whittington making the tackle on the play as he went to the 16-yard line. And the Giants are moving. They started on their own 38 after Horner's kickoff return. And they have it into the 16-yard line of the Green Bay Packers. 1st and 10 for New York. Y.A. Tittle in the crouch, looking. Fading back to throw. Firing, and the ball pops out of his hands. It's intercepted by Curry at the 10, back to the 15, over the 20, the 30, onto the 35, and falling forward to the 39-yard line. As Tittle was trying to throw the football, somebody deflected it, and it went wobbly to the 10-yard line with a left linebacker. Dan Curry was there to make the grab, and he took it from the 10-yard line up close to the 40, and the Packers worked their way out of an early jam. There is timeout on the field with the score. Green Bay 3 and New York nothing. 4 minutes to play in the first quarter, and the Packers lead in this game by a score of 3-0. Here they come again. Boyd Dollar again to the right. Starr gives it to Horning, who may throw. He's behind the line. He's running. He's up to the 45. And fighting his way close to midfield as Fred Thurston threw a key block out in front of him. And Sam Huff was out there with Jim Patton on the tackle. Let's see if he was close enough. They may have to measure here, and that is what they're going to do. The officials are bringing in the chains as Horning that time took the ball from Bart Starr, started running to his right, looked like he might be going to throw it, and then changed his mind and ran. And they're measuring to see whether or not he was able to make the first down. And he made the first down. About 25, 30 miles an hour down there on the turf. Jim Taylor trying to run the left side, and Andy Robustelli, the great veteran defensive end of the New York Giants, is there to stack him up, and Jim Patton comes along to help him out on the play. Right at the line of scrimmage, as Taylor was trying to go over his own left side. Taylor so far has gained 38 yards in 7 carries, according to our unofficial figures. So it's going to be second down, 10 yards to go now for Green Bay at their own 49. Again, it's big Boyd Dollar off wide to the right, 6'5" tall. Starr back to pass. He's throwing downfield for Kramer. A beautiful catch by Ron, and he's into about the 34-yard line. He had Dollar going deep and over the middle, and Kramer came across and cut to the outside and made a beautiful leaping catch of the ball. Alan Webb making the tackle on the play for New York. And the ball is into the 34-yard line of the Giants, and it is 1st and 10 for the Packers. Second and 7 at the Giant 31. Taylor trying to sweep on the left side. And they're out there looking for him, and Cat Cabbage is able to make the tackle on the play. He came across with Mojalewski, and Jim Patton closed it up too, in there to make the stop. And there is a loss on the play. Just a slight one, though, so it's still 3rd down and 7 to go. Still 7 with 3rd down coming up. McGee goes out on the left side. And it is Taylor running, and he's being spilled at about the 30-yard line. Jim Taylor started up the middle, tried to cut to the left side when he couldn't find the opening, and Sam Huff was there to meet him on the play. They took him down at the 30. And Taylor appears to be shaken up as he is going out of there, and the field goal unit is coming on again from 37 yards away. Bart Starr to hold for him. The ball is put down and kicked in the air. It is coming up short, and no good. So the Giants will take over. First and 10, New York on their 20. Y.A. Tittle giving it to Phil King, driving over the left side and getting out to about the 25-yard line. And up there to make the tackle on the play was Jesse Whittington with help from the right linebacker, Bill Forrester. Whittington playing at the cornerback on the right side. The gain is 5 to the 25-yard line. It is 2nd and 5 for New York. Y.A. Tittle with Webster and King behind him. Gifford is off wide to the right. Schaffner is split out on the left side. Tittle gives his call. Webster has it, driving and slicing back over the middle and getting up to about the 29, pretty close to first down. And Ray Nitschke, the 235-pound middle guard, along with the right tackle Henry Jordan, are in there to make the tackle for the Green Bay Packers. It is just shy of the first down, so it'll be third down, about a half yard to go for New York. Webster almost lost the ball that time on the exchange from Tittle, but then he took it and sliced back over the middle. Third down, a matter of inches to go. Witeka leading them out. He's punted once, 58 yards. Booting from about his 20, and the kick going upfield, bouncing at the 39, and Pitts gets it, and he is hit hard. A tremendous tackle on the play that time, and making it was Jim Collier, the rookie from Arkansas. We'll see where they spot the ball. It appears to be at about the 32-yard line. So it's Green Bay's football on their own 32. It is 1st and 10 on a 50-yard punt by Don Chandler, and great coverage by his teammates. Here come the Packers out of the huddle, 1st and 10 at their 32. Bart Starr, quarterback. He gives the Horning after a fake to Taylor. He's running around the right end. Horning picking up yardage to the 40 and being sent out of bounds on the far side of the field by Tom Scott, the right linebacker of the Giants, as he got over the 40-yard line and fought on to about the 43. It appears to be enough for the first down, and it is. The gain is 11. 1st and 10 for Green Bay on their own 43-yard line. The Packers have Jim Ringo at center. Fred Thurston is in there at left guard. Jerry Kramer working at right guard with Masters and Gregg the tackles. McGee and Ron Kramer the end. Starred quarterback. Horning and Taylor in behind him, and Dollar is the flanking back, and he's wide to the left. Draw play to Horning, coming up the middle, looking for room and fighting his way on to the 49-yard line on the play. Making the tackle was the left safety man, Alan Webb. He got some help from Bill Winter as he took it to the 49 for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down and 4 yards to go. The temperature 20 degrees at Yankee Stadium. The wind swirling on the surface. 2nd and 4 on the 49. This is Taylor coming over the right side of the line and cutting back, looking for room, and going over into Giant territory to about their 48-yard line. And Erich Barnes and Sam Huff ride him back, and we'll see where they put the forward progress on the play. It's a hard, bruising battle. He took it to the 47-yard line. And that's another first down for the Green Bay Packers. 1st and 10. Green Bay in front of in this game by a score of 3-0 with 10 minutes and 50 seconds to play in the first half. Dollar out a little further on the left side, or rather McGee. He fades, rolling right, looking to throw and firing hard up the middle, hitting at the 33-yard line, and making the catch on the play was Boyd Dollar. A first down for Green Bay. Dollar, who is 6 foot 5 inches tall, 220 pounds, and can do the 100-yard dash in just under 10 seconds. Catching the ball by Bart Starr. And at the 33, it is 1st and 10 in Giant territory. And Bart Starr is hit on 6 out of 10. Again, Dollar going out wide to the right, and McGee swinging out to the left side. 1st and 10. Starr setting up the pass again. Being rushed, and Dick Modzelewski gets him back at the 44-yard line. The 260-pound defensive left tackle of the New York Giants, Dick Modzelewski, came pouring through and spilled him for a loss of 11 back at the 44 to make it 2nd and 21. So Starr feeling the pressure. And McGee at about his 42. He gets the snap from center. Big rush by Huff. He gets the kick away. Bouncing at the 19-yard line and rolling on inside the 10 and slowly rolling inside the 6 and on to about the 5. A 42-yard punt by Max McGee. And so the New York Giants take over the ball, trailing by a score of 3-0 with 8 minutes and 28 seconds to play in the first half. He's fading back to pass. A big rush. A screen to King. He's over the 30 and hit down by Henry Jordan on a savage tackle up at the 34-yard line. A gain of 5 yards on the play to make it 2nd down and 5 yards to go for the New York Giants. A screen to Phil King. King has developed into a fine running back for New York this year. He was captain of the Vanderbilt team back in 1957, and he set an all-time school rushing record there. Big and strong. 2nd and 5 at the 34 of New York. Y.A. Tittle on a draw play. Gives to King again. Fumble, scramble, and it is grabbed by the Packers. The Green Bay Packers have come up with a ball, and Ray Nitschke is the man who fell on it at the 28-yard line after Willie Davis had come pouring in there to hit Phil King. So Green Bay takes over the ball at the New York Giants' 28-yard line, 1st down and 10, with 3 minutes and 6 seconds left to play in the first half, and the Packers leading by a score of 3-0. Green Bay coming out of the huddle. McGee coming out about 5 yards, split off the left tackle on the left side. Dollar is out to the right. This is Horning. He may pass. He throws down on the right side, and he hits Dollar down at the 10-yard line. And he gets into about the 8. Horning took the ball from Starr. Ran to his right and threw the ball downfield. Dollar made the catch. Patton made the tackle. And it is in at the 8-yard line, a 20-yard pickup, and it is 1st down and goal to go for the Packers on the 8. Boyd Dollar again going out to the right, and Max McGee swings out on the left side. Starr checking with his running backs in behind him. 1st and goal. Bart Starr with it. Gives to Jimmy Taylor, finds an opening and goes for the score. Jim Taylor cracking over the middle and going for the touchdown, and it is 9-0 Green Bay. Now we'll have the try for the point after touchdown. Jim Ringgold threw a big block that time. Bart Starr is going to be holding for Jerry Kramer. The snap is put down. The kick is in the air. And it is good. There is timeout on the field with the score. Green Bay 10 and New York nothing. Wood is ready. Counts and Horner are back deep, and they're standing at about the 10-yard line of the Giants. The kick is coming upfield, bouncing at the 21-yard line. It goes to Counts at his 9. He's up at 15, up the middle of the 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, almost into the open and nailed at the 41-yard line by Willie Wood, who kicked off the ball. It almost looked like Johnny Counts was going the distance that time as he took it out to the 41-yard line from his 9. So the Giants take over 1st and 10 on their own 41. Y.A. Tittle brings him out. He gives to Webster, churning up the middle and diving forward to the 44-yard line, where he's taken down by Ray Nitschke and Dan Curry, the middle guard and the left linebacker. Frank Gifford wide to the right. Tittle faking and fading to pass, throwing up the right side. Joe Walton makes the catch at the 41-yard line of Green Bay and immediately goes out of bounds. So he stops the clock, and it's 1st down New York into this swirling wind at Yankee Stadium. Chandler standing at his 49. The ball is put down. He boots it, and it is no good. It is off to the right, and Green Bay, with 1 minute and 13 left, will take over the ball on the 20. We pause 10 seconds for station identification.
This is WGY Schenectady, 810 on your radio dial.
The gun goes off, and the teams are heading for the dressing room. That is the end of the first half with the score. The Green Bay Packers 10 and the New York Giants nothing.
And Wood was the last man between Counts and that goal line, so there's a possibility that had Counts been able to get by Willie Wood, the score in this football game right now would be 10-7 rather than 10-0. But that's the way it stands. The Green Bay Packers out in front, and in championship football games, the Packers now for 3 halves have shut out the New York Giants, winning 37-0 last year and holding a 10-0 advantage here at halftime.
It's on the 11-yard line. 2nd down and 5 yards to go for the Giants. Again, Y.A. Tittle counts off.
And again, the ball goes to fullback Alex Webster, and he's loose around the right side on the sweep, but caught by the Packers secondary at the 21-yard line. And it was Hank Greminger coming up from the left safety position to make the stop for the Green Bay Packers. But Webster moved the ball for the first down. And it's being spotted by the officials on the 22-yard line. 10-0, 11 minutes, 28 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Again, Tittle takes the ball. This time he goes back to throw, being rushed, but gets the pass away, and it's complete to Del Schaffner at the 37-yard line of the New York Giants. He's pushed out of bounds immediately by Jesse Whittington, but that will be good enough for the first down, of course, for the Giants. First and 10 for the Giants. The ball just across their own 36-yard line. Tittle counts off. Hands off to his fullback. Webster drives up the middle and moves across very close to the 50-yard line where Henry Jordan brings him down, along with Willie Wood. And Y.A. Tittle has been using his heavy-duty back, Alex Webster, with a fair amount of success here in the opening minutes of the third quarter. Line of scrimmage, the Packers 45. Chandler on the Giants 41 to get the kick away. Boots it. Line drive tight, but long and into the Packer end zone. The automatic touchback will come out to the 20-yard line, where it will be first and 10 for the Green Bay Packers. A 45-yard boot for Don Chandler. 8 minutes, 45 seconds remaining in the third quarter of play. 10-0. The Packers out in front of the New York Giants in this championship game from Yankee Stadium. Jim Ringo over the ball now. Starr sets his team. Flanker back to the right is Boyd Dollar. The handoff goes to Horning. Horning running to the right is hit behind the line of scrimmage by Bill Winter. Dropped back on the 15-yard line for a 5-yard loss. Winter, Sam Huff, and Jim Katkavage all driving in on that play. Neither team has been able to gain any momentum here in the second half. Starr fakes a handoff to Horning. Throws. Incomplete, almost intercepted by Dick Lynch on the Packer 30-yard line. The pass was intended for Max McGee, and Lynch almost picked it off. Third down, 15 yards to go for the Packers on their own 15-yard line. 10-0, Green Bay out in front. 8 minutes remain in the third quarter of play. The 30th Annual National Football League Championship Battle.
WGY Schenectady.
Gets the kick away, it's blocked. Rolling around on the 2-yard line. Recovered in the end zone by the Giants. We have not seen the official signal as yet as to whether or not it is a touchdown. It is a touchdown for the New York Giants. Max McGee's kick was blocked by Erich Barnes. The ball rolled around. Several players attempted to recover it. It squirted into the end zone. We have a light standard directly in our way here, and we could not see whether or not they had ruled it as a touchdown. Don Chandler will attempt the extra point. Chandler will attempt the extra point. Guglielmi holding. The ball is snapped. The kick is good. And there's timeout on the field with the score. The Green Bay Packers 10, the New York Giants 7. The Green Bay Packers 10, the New York Giants 7. 7 minutes and 34 seconds remain in the third quarter of this championship football game. Erich Barnes blocked Max McGee's punt. Jim Collier fell on it in the end zone for the touchdown. Chandler added the extra point. Now Chandler will kick off deep for the Packers. We've got Tom Moore and Herb Adderley. Packers lead cut to 3 points. There's the boot by Chandler. A long one coming down to Moore on the 4-yard line. He's up to the 10, the 15, the 20, the 25. Hit, keeps his feet, moves to the 30 and to the 33-yard line before he's finally brought down by the Blue Jersey Giants. And it was Reed Bohovich making the original contact for the Giants. The ball is placed midway between the 33 and the 34-yard line. So the Packers find themselves in possession once again, but this time their lead has been cut to 3 points. Out here in New York, picking up the chant, beat Green Bay. Ringo over the ball. Starr takes, handoff goes to Taylor. Wow, and he is hit by Rosie Greer. Big Rosie Greer, 6'5", 290 pounds, was waiting for him right at the line of scrimmage, hit him and bounced him back a couple of yards. Taylor loses a yard on the play. Second down, 11 to go for the Packers. Ball on Green Bay's 32-yard line. Line of scrimmage is the Packers' 30. McGee standing on the 15-yard line. Ringo over the ball. There's the snap. McGee gets the kick away. A low one coming down to Horner, who fumbles the ball. Recovered by the Packers. I believe there was another fumble there. There's a tremendous pile-up down on the Giants' 41-yard line. Lou Carpenter tried to scoop up that ball on the dead run. It dribbled away from his fingertips, and then the pile began, and the Green Bay Packers did recover. I believe it was Ray Nitschke. Nitschke coming up with the football finally for the Green Bay Packers. Down on the Giants' 42-yard line. 1st and 10 at that point for the Packers. So the breaks begin to mount up here in the third quarter. Packers out in front 10-7. 5.5 minutes to go in the third quarter of play. Starr, the quarterback. Hands off to Jimmy Taylor. Hole on the left side. Taylor is down to the 35. Spins away from the tackler there. Tripped up, falling forward to about the 31-yard line. Officials place the ball between the 31 and the 30 at the far side of the field. Now they've nosed it up right on the 30-yard line. Taylor runs for 12 yards, good enough for the first down for the Packers, and once again they have driven deep into Giant territory. 1st and 10 on the Giants' 30-yard line. Starr takes from Ringo on the draw play, gives to Taylor. Taylor drives across the line of scrimmage down inside the 30 to about the 26, where he's met head-on by Tom Scott with some help from Sam Huff and Rosie Greer. They wrestled Taylor to the ground. They're still unpiling the players down there, getting them untangled. 4-man line, 3 linebackers. Starr goes back to throw. The rush is put on him, but he gets the pass away. Over to the sideline. Nice catch by Bart Starr on the 21-yard line. Nice catch by Boyd Dollar on the pass from Bart Starr. He was pushed out of bounds immediately. Giants protested mildly that Starr was out of bounds when he caught the ball. The officials say no, the Packers still short of a first down. Ball is on the 22-yard line. We've got the field goal unit coming in. Ball 20 yards in from the west side of the field. So that means that Jerry Kramer will attempt the field goal from the 28-yard line and will be kicking to his left. The ball is snapped. It's placed. The kick. It's long enough. It is good, and the Green Bay Packers go out in front of the New York Giants by a score of 13-7 with 4 minutes remaining here in the third quarter of action. Over the ball now. Tittle sets his team, checks that Packer defense. Goes back 2 steps, fires the short sideline pass. It is complete to Gifford over at the far side of the field at the 25-yard line. He's forced out of bounds immediately by Herb Adderley. They'll give him the forward progress he had up to the 20. He'll take over the ball. Tittle counts off, being chased as he goes back to throw, but gets the pass away down the middle. It is complete to Del Schaffner. He's tackled immediately by Whittington on the 40-yard line. Give him the forward progress up to the 42. And for Schaffner, that's the 4th pass he's caught today. Now let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. Temperature about 20, wind blowing strong. Tittle goes back to throw, fires the short one complete to Walton at the 50-yard line down in the Packer territory, and punched out of bounds by Willie Wood on the Packer 47-yard line. The football being brought in to 20 yards from this side of the field. So the Giants are on the move now into Packer territory, and they have a first down on the Green Bay 47-yard line. Why Tittle takes his team out of the huddle. Again, Gifford is flanked to the right. Deuce backfield, King and Webster. Tittle puts the ball on his hip, rolls out to the right to pass, fires, incomplete, intended for Del Schaffner, and interference is going to be called against Willie Wood. Uh-oh. And Willie Wood lost his temper, got up to protest to the official, and nudged the official, and I believe that Willie Wood is being sent out of the football game. He is. Interference called against Willie Wood. When he saw the call, he bounced up right into the official, and Willie Wood has been excused from this football game. That means that John Simank or Howard Williams will come into the game, and we are now having the penalty marked off against the Green Bay Packers. Pass interference. Packer defense sets up. Bill Quinlan, Henry Jordan, Dave Hanner, and Willie Davis across that front line. They dig in as Tittle starts counting. Hands off to Phil King, double reverse to Gifford, and Gifford laterals back to Tittle again. As Gifford was trapped, Tittle fires a pass. Incomplete and almost intercepted by Dan Curry down at the 12-yard line of the Green Bay Packers. Well, there was a razzle-dazzle play and a bit impromptu. Y.A. Tittle took the ball, handed off to Phil King, who reversed to Frank Gifford, and Gifford was almost tackled by Bill Forrester. He underarmed a pass back to Y.A. Tittle, who had started the whole thing, and Tittle, in desperation, heaved one over to the far side that was almost intercepted by Dan Curry. Third down, 10 yards to go for the Giants. Schaffner split on the left side. Gifford flanked on the right side. Tittle fakes a handoff. He's being rushed. Hit as he fires the ball. A flag on the play. Pass incomplete down on the 10-yard line. There was a flag on the play, and we may have a roughing the passer penalty called. Bill Quinlan, Willie Davis, moved in fast on Y.A. Tittle. He got the pass away, but the flag on the play indicates an infraction by the Giants. Joe Walton, illegal use of the hands. This is Ted Moore along with Ken Coleman from Yankee Stadium, and we've got 15 minutes of action remaining in this championship game. Chandler will have the wind at his back. Gets the kick away, a high spiral over the head of Carpenter, picked up on the bounce by Elijah Pitts. He moves his way back up to the 30, the 35, to the 40, the 45, cuts away from one tackler, moves down into Giant territory to the Giant 42-yard line before he's tripped up. And it was Phil King who made the stop for the New York Giants. Elijah Pitts fielded that ball on the roll. Got some pretty good blocking down around the Packer 35-yard line. Moved down into Giant territory to the 42 with McGee split on the left side. Starr goes back to throw, fires a pass complete to McGee. He's at the 30-yard line and forced out of bounds on the New York 28-yard line by Jimmy Patton. Nice pass thrown by Bart Starr. McGee took it without breaking stride. And the Packers have moved to a first down on the Giants' 28.5-yard line. 10 minutes and 49 seconds remain in this championship game. Starr counting off. Takes the ball, hands off to Tom Moore on the draw play, and Moore is dropped in his tracks. And again, it was Jim Katcavage moving in to make the tackle. Starr tried to cross up the Giant defense there by calling basically the same play, giving the ball to two different men on draws, fullback Jimmy Taylor and then Tom Moore, but the Giant defense was up to it. And now with fourth down and 14 yards to go, we're going to have another field goal attempt by Jerry Kramer, this time from the 40-yard line. Bart Starr will hold. Kramer will be kicking into the wind. The ball is snapped. The boot. It is no good. Coming down on the 3-yard line, bouncing to the 5. Grabbed off down there by Jim Patton, who is playing the lone safety, and he is tackled as soon as he picks up the ball on the 4-yard line. So the Giants have the football. They're on their own 4-yard line. And this game may seesaw into quite a defensive battle now as the two teams wait for the breaks. 13-7, the Packers out in front by 6 points. 8 minutes and 37 seconds. That's all that remains in this championship football game. So we've got second down, 10 yards to go. Tittle goes back into his own end zone to throw a pass. It's a long one, incomplete. It was intended for Del Schaffner, down on the 45-yard line. Why, Tittle really put a lot of arm into that ball. Both of these clubs have 3 timeouts left. And as the game wears away, that becomes increasingly important. Third down, 10 yards to go for the Giants, just across their own 4-yard line. 13-7, the Packers lead. 7 minutes, 58 seconds remain in the football game. Tittle takes, goes back to throw, back to his goal line, fires the pass out to the right side. It's complete to Gifford. At the 25-yard line on the sideline, he's immediately batted out of bounds by Herb Adderley. The sideline pass, good for 15 yards. And the Giants have themselves a first down on their own 25-yard line. First and 10. 7 minutes and 52 seconds showing on the scoreboard clock. 13-7, the Packers lead by 6. Gifford split on the right side. Morrison in the backfield in place of Phil King. There's a short pass thrown complete to tight end Joe Walton. And Walton took the ball at the 30, moved up to the 35, the 36-yard line before he was forced out of bounds by Hank Greminger over along this sideline. Ball is being placed on the 37.5-yard line. And that will be good enough for a first down for the Giants. Second down, 10 yards to go. Tittle takes the ball from center, goes back, fires the short pass, complete to Gifford, knocked out of bounds by Herb Adderley at the 44-yard line. And again, a devastating sideline pass was complete to Frank Gifford. There's very little you can do about that, the short pass. Tittle takes the ball from center, just straightens up, moves back a couple of steps, and fires out to the right side. That one was good for 7 yards. Chandler going back to do the booting. Carpenter and Pitts deep for the Packers, standing on the Packers' 25-yard line. Low pass from center. Chandler picks it up, gets the kick away, angling toward this sideline, and going out of bounds inside the Packer 30 at about the 28-yard line. So it'll be first and 10 at that point for the Green Bay Packers. 32-yard kick by Don Chandler. This game is really beginning to seesaw now in the fourth quarter. 6 minutes and 53 seconds remaining. 13-7, the Packers lead. They own the football. First and 10 on their own 28. McGee flanked very wide on the left side. Starr hands off to Tommy Moore. Moore pops through a hole on the right side and moves across the 35-yard line up close to the 38. Moving in was Alan Webb along with Jim Patton, the 2 safety men, to make the stop. It's very close to a first down, and we're going to have a measurement now with the chains coming out from this side of the field. Paul Horning is coming back into the Packer lineup. He'll replace Tom Moore at left halfback for Green Bay. Again, it's Dollar, flanked to the right side. There's a handoff to Horning. Horning sweeping on the right side, moves up to the 50-yard line and down into Giant territory before he's stopped over at the far side by Sam Huff. Fred Thurston threw a good block a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage to spring Horning. And it's third down, about a yard to go the way it looks from here. We're probably going to have a measurement. On that last play where Paul Horning ran very close to the first down, he was injured as he was tackled over at the far side of the field. Takes. The handoff goes to Taylor. Taylor slides off a tackler, sweeps to the right side, and moves across the 45 down to about the 41-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds by Erich Barnes and Jimmy Patton. And the Packers have themselves a first down on the Giants' 41-yard line. First and 10. Clock shows 4 minutes and 25 seconds. With Taylor going out of bounds, that stopped the clock. McGee flanked on the left side. Handoff goes to Tommy Moore. Big hole in the middle, and Moore drives down to the Giant 29-yard line before he stopped. Jimmy Patton along with Dick Lynch making the tackle for the New York Giants. And the wind here at Yankee Stadium is kicking up swirls and dust off the frozen field. Another first down for the Green Bay Packers. They've moved to the Giant 29-yard line. Again, Bart Starr takes his team back into the huddle. Giant defense sets up. Get that first down or give up the football or attempt a field goal. He's going back to throw on third down. Being chased, decides to run with that ball, moves across the line of scrimmage, is hit at the 23-yard line, and dropped. And it was Jim Katcavage leading the way for the tacklers with some help from Jimmy Patton. Bart Starr couldn't spot anybody open, decided to run with the football. The chances are that the Green Bay Packers will now attempt another field goal with 1 minute and 54 seconds showing on the clock. 13-7 the score in the football game. Jerry Kramer will attempt the extra point, kicking to his left. The ball 20 yards in from the far side of the field. He'll be booting from the 30-yard line. The kick is long enough. Is it good? It is good, and the Green Bay Packers take a 16-7 lead over the New York Giants with 1 minute and 50 seconds remaining, and that is a 9-point lead, which means that even if the Giants can come back for a touchdown here, the Green Bay Packers would still lead in this football game. 16-7. As Jerry Kramer connects from the 30-yard line on his third field goal of the afternoon. And there's the gun sounding the end of this football game. Joe Walton made a heroic attempt after he got that pass to go in for the touchdown. He was forced out of bounds at about the 4-yard line, and shortly thereafter the gun sounded, ending the football game. The final score, the Green Bay Packers 16, the New York Giants 7. We'll be back in a moment with a final wrap-up of today's game. Well, the final score, 16-7. The Green Bay Packers, once again, the champions of the National Football League. And here with a wrap-up on today's game, Ken Coleman.
This has been an NBC Radio Sports presentation.